Good afternoon, dear students. Welcome to the Institute for Open Learning. I'm Mr. Swanza, your tutor for Business Studies, Module 1 for the Diploma in Secondary Education. I can be reached at the above details, my email and my contact number for any inquiries. The class for today will be assignment based. The purpose of this class for today is to guide students on how or in the preparation of writing your assignment and even towards your examination. Let's look at the assignment structure. Your assignment structure will consist of 140 marks. It will be comprised of two sections, Section 1 and Section B, of which each section will consist of two questions. Section A will consist of 75 marks, whereas Section B will be out of 60 marks, of which it will bring the total to 140 marks. Students should take note of the following information when writing or preparing for the assignment: that there is only one assignment for Business Studies Module 1 for the year 2018. The assignment results, take note, the assignment results will be used to qualify students for the examination. It is therefore important and advised that you must put more efforts towards passing this assignment. You are also advised to make sure that you do the learning activities at the end of each unit in order to test your understanding on the learning content. The writing tips. Your assignment must be eligible. You must have an eligible work, meaning your work must be easy to read, easy to understand, and clearly structured. You must structure and number your assignment according to the assignment requirement. Your assignment must have a cover letter and a table of content. This is to guide the marker on what is expected inside the assignment. Your assignment must be or must have the reference at the end. It is a requirement. If there is any source cited in the inside text, please ensure that it is also listed at the end of the assignment or within the reference list. Make sure that the inside text must match with the list of references at the end of the assignment. You are advised that before you answer the question, consider the marks allocated at the end of each question in relation to the length of your assignment. This is to avoid losing marks. The understanding of the verbs. Before you answer any question, make sure that you understand the verb used in the question. For example, the verbs like differentiate, explain, and discuss. Please make sure that you understand. When you are asked to discuss, do not name. When you are asked to differentiate, do not list, but please look for the similarities and the difference between the required or asked concepts or terms in this case. Let's look at the study materials. Study materials provided by the Institute for Open Learning in this case. Students who do not have or who are not in possession of any study material, you are advised to consult any nearest center in your town or in your region. You are also advised that you are not limited to the said study material or module to say, but you are encouraged to consult other supplementary sources. This is for your knowledge expansion and exploration. Such extra supplementary sources can be found at the libraries all through internet. Let's now go to the assignment content. Topics of attention. As a teacher, as a business expert, as an entrepreneur, one is required to understand the business terminologies, and this includes leadership and management. What is leadership in general? Leadership can and is referred as to a set of processes that keeps the organization functioning. We are looking at things like planning, budgeting, recruitment, and other approaches or processes that are used in the process of managing the business activities. What is leadership? Leadership is referred as to a process of aligning, take note, aligning employees to the organizational vision and mission. Whereas one would say, a good leader do not always make a good manager and will often hire someone to fulfill the role of a manager. I think this statement in short tries to differentiate between the term leadership and management, that a leader cannot be a manager. At times is required and forced to hire someone to take the role of a manager. You are required, still required, within this topic of management and leadership to discuss the types of leadership, where it includes few approaches like the autocratic and the democratic, but you are required to research more and find more for assignment sake. You must also look at the advantages and disadvantages of the type of leadership that you will find out. Whereas, for example, in the autocratic type of leadership, we may look at things like decisions are made faster as compared in the participative or the democratic type of leadership. The disadvantage may include the lack of ideas, since it's a one-man show. The only person that gives the ideas, instructions, and other ideas from employees or other stakeholders are not taken into consideration. Look at the participative approach the same way in or with the autocratic type of leadership, where you are also advised and required to look at the advantages and disadvantages. In this case of the participative type of leadership, the advantages may include the increased job satisfaction, the increased productivity, and employee motivation. The disadvantages may include the hidden agendas towards employee contribution and wastage of resources, since the bureaucracy seems to be long and that everybody has the right or the opportunity to take part in the decision making. Consultation may cost the time management or the time cost to the organization. Let's look at the forms of ownership. There is a question in your assignment that requires you to discuss the forms of ownership, where this may include the sole trader, partnership, franchise, private and public companies. But we will not dwell much in detail about the forms of ownership, as it is an assignment and you are required to research more. But I'm expecting you students to break the question into different parts, whereas the discussion on the type of leadership must be separate or be distinct from the characteristics, and the part of the advantage and the disadvantage must be clearly indicated. That is in short on the forms of ownership. Let's look at the aspect of economic system. Economic systems are important tools used in any country towards the economic growth. Therefore, there are also forms or the types of systems in which the economy operates. And these may include the market economy, the planned economy, and the mixed economy. Whereas the market economy covers the area whereas such companies found in such an economy are privately controlled and owned with the aim of making profit. While the planned economy is the opposite way, where resources, all resources in the country are owned and controlled by the state. And as opposed to the market economy, it does not focus on profit making. The mixed economy will therefore mean a combination of the two, the market and the planned, meaning that in the economy you will find both systems. Some companies and resources will be privately owned, while some will be state-owned. Please, you are also required to cover the area, research more on the advantages and the disadvantages of such economic systems. Let's look at the organizational structure. What does this term means in business terms? An organizational structure can be referred as to the way the organization operates. It shows the flow of information, the chain of command, the delegation of responsibilities, and the coordination of activities. You are therefore required again to research more. This is just to give you a brief overview of what an organizational structure means. We are looking at an organizational hierarchical structure, how the authority and the responsibilities moves from the top till the last person on the ground. We are talking about the organizational structure. Please read more and find out. There is also other information or advice, so to say. Please take note that for the purpose of the assignment, take note that this class or lecture for today was to prepare you for your assignment and for your examination. You are therefore advised to understand what you write, as we have discussed before. Look at the verbs, understand what you are writing, consider the marks allocated. You are still therefore required that, apart from the information that we have covered in this lecture for today, you are advised to cover what is not covered. My dear students, I wish you good luck.